Hello there. I would ask you, how are you managing your M files? I'm not talking about what your company perhaps force you to do, but you as a human. What are you individually doing? Because the choice does not seem that obvious, and that's kind of why I built this tool. And seemingly all choices out there are just more confusing than the others. Now, presumably you are not committing it to GitHub unprotected. You should not be doing that. But assuming you don't do that, then you got yourself a bit of an awkward situation. Because where are you gonna store it? Are you gonna store it on your PC? It's like, oh yeah, maybe my PC is gonna be just fine. Like, it might not be fine, so you might need a backup for it. Or you might say, like, okay, well, I pushed my project and I deleted it. Like, okay, how are we gonna get the damn files next time? We git clone is like, okay, how are you storing your M keys? Maybe some kind of Bitwarden something. But the thing is, those can be out of sync. Or you might be thinking, the right way to do is that some kind of a special cloud-based solution, whatever fancy company, and I'm not gonna name them. There are so many out there, and they're just making this way too fucking difficult and wasting your time. And clearly aiming to waste your money too. Well, realistically, all you want is that you have your M file on your computer, right? You can use it, and you have a single source of truth for it, and when it's in a place where others can see it, those who you don't want to share it with, it is encrypted or doesn't exist. And even if for yourself you're thinking of some kind of a cloud nonsense, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have it on the cloud, and I'm somehow just gonna get it every time that I'm running things with my project, and if I need to update something, I guess I'm just gonna go to the cloud and change it there maybe. And ultimately, this just all sucks. So I present you a simple solution. It is very close to Git-crypt, but it is like Git-crypt easy mode. And essentially what we are doing is that we encrypt the key when it goes on GitHub, and we decrypt it when it comes down. Or some of you who might be more comfortable with the terminology that we clean it when it goes up and we smudge it when it comes down. But I don't much care for it. I built a release for it, but you can just compile it with Go, which puts the binary into this folder. Then you can make yourself a key that you want to save, and you set up, which is just this. You just run free commands. And pretty much that's it. All we need to do is that we have to have a Git attributes file that specifies that we are using Git-seal and nothing else. So you can see this is the Git-seal project. We have this as the M file, right? And I have git ignore. We're actually ignoring the M file, but it doesn't matter if we also have a Git attributes file. But this just is an extra protection, because if we forgot this file, then we are not committing the M key. But regardless, you can see that I have it here and everything is unlocked. I can just write to it, whatever. Let's go with that. So this is live. This is a new key that we are just adding to it, and I got an auto committer, which is going to be committing this, but we can commit it to, bam, chore, whatever. We added that. And you can see it, that in my repo, the last commit is chore-env update binary m file. That's great. Let's check it out. But this is what we changed, right? Bam. We can see it. Easy. I can even see what values I have in it, which would be a bit of a critique of mine against Git-crypt. Or never mind, it's not Git-crypt, but the other one I tried, .mvax. So in .mvax, you see the key, or the name of it, but the value is encrypted. But others can fully see what you have in there, at least what values. And this would only really be a plus, I guess. It would not be a plus in any way, but I guess if you're too lazy to make an env example, then maybe that would be helpful. But let's be realistic here, it's not. So, from what I can tell, it literally cannot be easier than this. There is zero change. zero change of what you're doing. All you have is a key that encrypts your M files going to GitHub and decrypts them as they come down. But let's just see how brain dead easy it is. So I got an example project here. We are just gonna open in terminal, git clone my project, right? Not tree master. So that's it. We clone it in, right? This is the one that has the total gibberish M file. And we're just gonna get in there. I guess we can open it, but it doesn't matter. We can just open this and we see that this is all decrypted automatically as it came down. And the Git repo is the sole source of truth here. That matters a lot. Now, if you want to be super nitpicky, then you can say that, oh, that might be the case because you might use these M keys some other place, and then those might be out of sync with the repo. Well, that is true, but that is pretty much unavoidable. And if you used some other tool, then you have maybe your keys saved in Bitwarden, and you have another key, perhaps, or you don't have a key in your repo, right? Or you have another key locally, then you have another key when you hosted it, and you may have another key in the cloud. This is not even far-fetched. Or you might find yourself in a situation where you just lose your keys. You're just gonna find them again, if you even can. So that's it. Git-seal. Pretty much max security. Unless someone is willing to spend trillions of years to possibly break your key. And we have max convenience for nothing. And I really don't know what others are doing. And I cannot imagine that it's any better than this.